Hey guys, welcome back to another check-in. I hope you all had an amazing weekend, or week rather. I have no idea what day it is anymore. It's kind of the case most days. But anyway, I know I'm getting pretty close to this competition I've been talking about. It is Thursday today, so that means that I have 2 weeks and 2 days before I get on stage. So I actually just got done recording a podcast with a wonderful lady, and we were chatting about the competition and how things have changed and how you kind of balance all that stuff. And it was really nice to kind of just solidify how this has felt. And to be honest, this has been the easiest, not that prep is ever easy, under no circumstances is a contest prep easy, but for the experiences that I have had in the past, this one is just like I wake up and I'm like happy. There's no like sick feeling in my gut or like, oh my God, I've done this wrong, or wow, that wasn't perfect, or wow, like there's all these people that I need to impress. It's like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing this for me, and I'm here because I wanna be an advocate. I wanna, bring awareness to eating disorders and help people realize that this is something that you can beat. So I'm just ecstatic, it's been great. I've just done some training, done the food, enjoyed it, and I'm truly just enjoying this process. So honestly, last week has not been super crazy or anything. We did take our kids, as I mentioned in last week's check-in, we did get to go to Clearwater, which was wonderful. We haven't been to the beach in such a long time, so it was nice to put your toes in the sand and then go back to the pool in the hotel. Everybody knows about that. That's what you do. Isn't it funny that we all say that we love the beach and then everyone's like, nah, I want to get back in the pool. It looks cool though. So we did that. We had some fun games with the kids. Lane and I got to go and have a little date night. We had our nanny come down and just mind the kids for an hour, which was really nice because it's just something that we don't get a lot of time to do. So we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. And just before we went down to Clearwater, I also mentioned to you guys that I was going to be checking out my new costumes and my theme wear and all of that good stuff. And I am blown away. So they're not even done and I was already blown away. So I guess if that's to say anything, Cindy has blown this out of the park. I cannot wait to share it with you. And you know what? I was so in the moment and present. I didn't even have my phone out taking pictures. I was just oh my God, this is amazing. So I really enjoyed it. I don't have anything for you guys. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it and say wow, just wait until you see it. With that being said, if you are somebody that is in the Vegas area or you've been wanting a trip to Vegas and you need an excuse, maybe some shopping, come see the competition. It is going to be held on August 13th, Saturday, August the 13th. We're flying out on Tuesday the 9th, and there's the registration day, the media day, then there's the training, relax, hang out by the pool kind of day before the actual event. So get yourself some tickets, or if you cannot go to Vegas, you can also watch it online. So if you go to the WBFF site, you can actually click on the, live streaming. There is a fee for it, but honestly, if you're somebody that's thought about competing or it's just here, I'm here to see the amazing costumes and the theme wear, and it's kind of a little bit of a live dance party. I'm just saying, it's not like any other competition. There's just a lot of big energy, so it's awesome to watch, and I'd encourage you guys to check that out. That's kind of what's happened the last couple of days. I also absolutely royally did the wrong thing with my nutrition early this week. So there was part strategy to this, and then there was me just kind of being excessive, which is pretty much what I'm like all the time, way over the top and extreme. So I knew that I was going to be doing most of my training in the front part of the week because this weekend I've got all my photo shoots. So I will not have any time on Saturday to do any training really, and then Sunday is going to be a day to kind of get myself packed, suitcase ready to go, because I'm leaving from here and I'm not coming back for 2 weeks because I do have a trip coming up to Dallas, a final week of solid training, really focus, practice all my posing. So I need to get myself organized. So anyway, back to the calorie stuff. Last week, I absolutely went to town on calories early in the week. And part of that was okay, I know I've got to do a double day Monday, double day Tuesday, so training in the morning, cardio as well, and I have to do a 60-minute walk just to get any kind of steps in because I'm just sedentary in my job. With my 1,227 calories that I'm currently averaging or trying to hit, I think I like front loaded, got 1,500 on Monday, 1,500 on Tuesday. I'm like, yeah, that'll do it. And then like the end of the week kind of rolled around and I was like, 1,000 calories really sucks. Because like you're trying to balance everything out, and it's funny, like you can try these things, and I honestly thought at the time, I was like, yeah, I need to do this because I'm gonna be feeling like crap, because keep in mind, I haven't dieted for a long time. So, you know, I'm used to just all the pleasantries and feeling pretty good. And like just the last couple of days, it had started to kind of hit me and I'm like ready for a nap, and it's 12 p.m. in the afternoon. So that was not a great strategy on my part. I definitely had to eat it for the rest of the week. And it was funny, it's the first time I've ever got out of bed at night and I walked myself down the stairs and I'm like, this is not gonna end well. Holly, why are you out of bed? Like just stay in bed. And yeah, next thing you know, I'm just like, standing at the fridge, and again there's like this little voice, like the good Holly that is trying to prepare for a show was like, why are you standing in front of the fridge? You have no calories left, go back to bed. And then like the other cooler me, of course, is like, do it. So then I'm just there like eating this, you know those cookie sandwiches? It's like M&M cookie, ice cream, M&M cookie, and I'm like, 270 calories. This girl's like, that's 207 calories. Don't do it. And then the cool me is like, eat it. So I ate it. Felt amazing, but the good thing was I was like, oh, thank God there's no like guilt or like horrible sick feeling that used to happen for me. I was like, yep, well, you probably just made Saturday a bit harder, but you know, it is what it is. So I somehow managed to get through the rest of the week and actually hit my calories. So it meant for a couple of really skinny days over the weekend. So I pretty much just left the house after I'd got my training done and just did stuff. So thankfully I had the kids to occupy my time and thoughts, and it all worked out. So the good thing is I didn't need to take another calorie drop. My weight has come down. So my heaviest weight before I started was somewhere around the mid 66s. And you can see there as we move through into June, 65.4. And then I have gradually moved all the way down to today. I weighed in at 62.7. So we're getting there. I think I do need to get down to about 60. So the next 2 weeks for me is going to be a lot of fun, because 2.7 kilos is a lot based on my body weight. That's like a good percent. It's moving, so I don't need to change anything. It'll stay right there at that 12.27. So everyone's like, what are you doing, Holly? Who eats that little food? Yeah, I know, I could sneeze and eat that much. It's sad. But a great question that I actually wanted to address with you guys today, and it actually came to me from a client who was asking about it because she'd seen some of these check-in videos and was like, so when you diet like this and you go, you know, to a fairly low calorie target to get on stage, and given the 8-week period that I've had, how might that impact your metabolism? And what does that mean for your maintenance calories once you finish the show and you want to go back to, you know, living normally? Her question was kind of around like, is there any negative consequences from doing that? And the answer is, in my opinion, no. In an ideal world, I might have given myself a few more weeks. I probably would have said 12 weeks and added in a couple of diet breaks, which we know based on the research that we have, that those diet breaks can help to mitigate some of those negative changes to our metabolism. But because I'm still losing a weekly rate of weight loss at 1% or less, it's kind of not outside that crazy skewed area of like 2% or more of my body weight, it's still within that safe range. The risks of me losing muscle mass right now, unless I was to royally mess up my diet and like just quit eating protein altogether, it's unlikely that I'm losing like really silly amounts, like significant amounts of muscle mass. And since that muscle mass is really the primary driver of our basal metabolic rate, it's not likely to have a huge negative impact. Would it have been better if I had some time for diet breaks? Maybe, but you know, maybe it was a significant difference between the two, but is it significant overall? The effect size? Probably not. So there's that element. And then I guess the other thing to consider is, what does that then look like for my, you know, reverse? And will I then not be able to get back to the same calories? I don't know. But what will happen is, because I've taken my calories down so low, like it's literally at the bottom end of my calorie floor right now, the lowest amount of calories that you should have without sacrificing or putting yourself at risk for protein and energy deficiencies, and also micronutrient deficiencies as well. I'm right there on that cusp, and you know what's funny? I've been getting more bruises, I'm looking at my body, I'm just not recovering, I'm sore. It's like all the classic signs of like malnutrition. They're right there. So I'm glad that is a short window and that I am not attached to any of this and that I can go back to that. The trouble now is because I've been down at 1200 and a lot of people are like, well, that seems really low. And my response is, well, no, it's not. It's not unsafe for the reasons that I just mentioned, but it just means that it's a very miserable 8 weeks because I'm right on the bottom for the entire time. And that means that in order for me to get back to where I was, it's a slow road back to happy city, which is AKA food for me. And social life, and I'll get a glass of wine on the weekends or more. So it's probably gonna be like a series of like 5 or 6 or 7 weeks for me to build myself back up to that place if I want to have a low amount or a non-unnecessary amount of body fat regain. So that's kind of what I wanted to bring to your awareness. So many people will put up posts like, I actually saw one a couple of days ago from one of our coaches, Joey. So he had, his 1200 calories bad for everybody. For most people, I would say that's pretty low. But there's always context and there's always like, the group of individuals that fall outside that bell curve of normal. And that might be like really small individuals, like people that are this high, maybe they weigh 85, 90 pounds. That might be like a pretty reasonable amount of energy for them based on their body's needs. Remember we talk about energy requirements in the sense of lean body mass and then coupled with your activity. There is a very negative connotation to that 1200 number. So I just want to help people understand like why it might be not a great idea for everybody, but there are certainly certain instances in the case of me competing. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody if you hadn't tried dieting before, going straight down to something like that. It's probably more than likely unnecessary. That was kind of what I wanted to share with you this week. So I guess I'm flying to Dallas in a few days. I'm really excited for that. We also have a brand new supplement dropping here in a few days' time. So guys, August 1st, we will be having a brand new flavor of pre-workout going live. It's, I can't really tell you. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. We're so close, so close. It is pina colada. It's freaking awesome. Like literally, I had so much fun. I was doing a little photo shoot for this stuff a few days ago and I've got like all the tropical colors. I've got like, one of those, like the milkshake or the cocktail glasses that you'd have when you order out, but like the straw and the umbrella, and I've mixed it through. I made like a pre-workout float. That is how good this stuff tastes. I'm just like hanging out on a Friday afternoon, wanting a little bit of energy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just try this float thing. So it was awesome. But anyway, that is coming to you guys very soon. So if you're somebody that wants a little bit more energy, focus, and improved performance with training, go and check out the Outwork Nutrition pre-workout range. All the links will be here in the description of this video. And if you've got questions, please feel free to ask. But I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I'm going to be doing a check-in from Dallas. I'm just going to tell you how that week is going and a little bit more about what goes into the final week when you are preparing for a World Championships. So until then, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful week and I will see you next time.